Hello everyone and welcome back to Make a Good Mega Man level 3. Which I don't normally say, it's normally just Mega Man level 3, but this time I read out the full title, so there you go. Today I'm starting tier 8. And it's already getting late in the day, and whatever I'm recording today I need to put out as well, so I think I have enough tokens. I have 21, so there is a chance I may be able to afford something nice for 20 tokens. And hey, we get to go and listen to the absolutely banging OST in the casino once more. I mean, of the ones that are left, don't really want that. Don't really want that. That might be helpful. That sounds kinda cool. Not really. Not really, because I want to be blind. And this? I mean, I guess I can do that. There. Now, let's go and start costumes, tier 8, which I read out earlier in the previous episode. This one has a lot of tokens. So let's see what tier 8 looks like. Whoa, it's fancy. Hey presto. I don't really care much for costume parties. I just enter as myself and I win easily. I'm just that perfect. Aren't you gloated? But hanging outside with this guy is a total drag. He needs to accept that people are better than him and give up. I don't even know who this Mike Curl is. I can go anywhere by myself before any slowpoke bus can. Who needs public transport? I'm so fast I could be in 2 places at once. Maybe I can wear a disguise and finally make a worthy rival for myself. Presto versus the mysterious stopper. Who shall triumph? I will. Either way. Bye. Okay, this song as well. Nitro track. Oh, that was Michael who passed by just now, wasn't it? I hoped he wouldn't show up here. You know, when this tournament was being planned, I suggested we could be public transport, but no one listened to me. Oh, but then came Michael with his stupid moustache and his stupid name. He stole my idea, and what happens? Everyone praises his genius. No one ever shuts up about him, and I'm shown the door. Can you believe that? I hate Michael. He thinks he's better than everyone else, but maybe if I look different, people will finally notice me. Hey there, need a lift? I can take you up through a window. No. I wonder if this is just a shortcut. What? I can't actually remember what stage we're looking for. I want to say 95? Maybe? 3 apparently. Okay, Mercury. Welcome to the costume party. Everyone here is dressing up to win some contest going on. But wearing outfits and finding embarrassing hats is a sucker's game. I can be anything I want. Don't believe me? Just watch. Wow! Greetings, citizen. Under the new law, everything you own now belongs to the state. Surrender everything of value or face the penalty for refusing to comply. I wonder if anyone else will actually fall for this. I might get just a little bit richer. Haha. Want to see another shape? Let's do it. Tornado. Look at me. I'm so cool because I have fans in my wrists. If your costumes are so great, why don't you ride my magnets, cowards? How many do you have? Not impressed with this shape? Me neither. How about this? Ooh, Outer Man. Now I'm feeling like a true winner. I look just like the real Outer Man, don't I? I'm surprised I pulled it off as well as I did. Guess he and I are more alike than we think. New shape? New shape? Pepsi Man! Drink product, buy product, do not drink, do not think, only consume, embrace capitalism. Blah, I hate this man, and everything his corporate masters stand for. I'd turn green if I wasn't already. Oh, thank Ramoon, an excuse to drop this awful capitalist shill of a show. What? More fryer? Surprise, didn't think I could change into something this big, did you? Truthfully, I'm stretching myself thin like this. I feel empty inside. Maybe stealing some chump's life energy will make me whole again. Okay, I'm getting tired holding this format. I gotta stretch before I stretch myself thinner. Phew, I think I'll give shapeshifting a rest for now, at least until I hold that last one consistently. Still, I'm a shoo-in for first place with this ability, don't you think? Oh, and then you just go through the same again. Okay, fair enough, that was cool. I guess it's 93rd place, but I'm just actually gonna double check to make sure it is indeed 93rd. Yes, that is indeed true. Well then, actually stage time after doing some hub exploration and dialogue. We begin tier 8. We have Metal Man Steals Other People's Conveyors by Box Upos. With an overall score of 54.15. However, with a 5% time penalty. Holy moly, this has 84 from Flashman. And a 72 from Patchy. Whereas the other 3 judges thought it was average, but wow! Flashman gave nearly full score for design. It's way over half too. Nearly full score for fun. Really good score for creativity, nearly full for aesthetic. I'm curious now. This is Flashman's favorite stage of the contest so far. We did have an 84 from Patchy when it was, I believe, King's Lair, and that stage was absolutely fantastic too. Alright, there's going to be a Metal Man remix by the sounds of it. Now, how big of a stage is it going to be? We have the radar off. 4 tokens and 1 element. Here we go then. So, if this has such a high score from Flashman, I can only assume it's going to take existing ideas and do something completely novel with them. So, like, are those spikes? They definitely look like spikes. Let's see what we got. Ow! Still hitting me, huh? Ooh. I mean, there was Conveyors in the title. How can I not expect that to be Conveyors, huh? Ooh! First token already, okay. How do you... I don't really see how to get that without utility, upon quick glance. Well, onwards we go then. I am so not getting this right. I don't remember the last one. I think it's this one though. Oh my god, I suck at this. I am so bad at following the pattern, huh? Oh crap, was it leftmost? Oh my god. I've forgotten the 4th one already. This one? And this one? Hey, that only took about 6 attempts. Oh, I'm so bad at this. Oh, did you just refill weapon energy? Yes, yes, right, I have the power up for that now. Oh. Okay, that's cool. Oh yeah, Flashman will absolutely love that little sign. I mean, that's fantastic. Oh god. I can see how you get the second token, and I really like how you have to get the second token. I really like how you have to get that second token. You have to ride off a platform. One of these blocks, sorry. And then jump off of it. Yeah, that's really, really cool. I like that. I like that a lot, actually. Oh, wow. Barely, huh? And do the same again. And there's the third. How on earth? I mean, without utility, I don't see how to get that again. Okay, now you have to time it right. Whoa. Wait. Wait. Am I meant to time the block? Because I'm not too sure otherwise. Oh, you can destroy them too, okay. Oh, I almost fell off there. So it works there, it works there. This one is the same. But this? I really don't know. I feel like I have to use this again. And go fast. That's such a cool concept though. You have to time the gaps. Okay, that's really cool. I wish I realized it faster, but that's okay. Yeah, I can't jump at the end there, can I? No, because I'm in a sliding animation. I really don't know how to do that without utility here. Okay, and now obviously you have to just time it, right? And again, it's just the same. What? How even? What? You can break those shields? Okay, that's cool, but how do you want me to get Icefall? I guess Icefall it is. Okay, that does it. Now why? Oh, there's only 4. Right. I guess that's it for the stage. So it's not a big stage. Oh wow, that's adorable. But for sure, it takes a gimmick and runs with it. Are we doing the metal dance? Let's do the metal dance. No, you're not meant to... Okay, dude. We really aren't doing a very good impression of the metal dance here, huh? There we go. Well, I'm glad the first stage we got today was a rather simple and trivial one where I won't need to edit because I really need to get a video out. Well, I really am curious to see and read why Flashman 4 that was so fantastic. Don't get me wrong, it's a good stage. It takes a gimmick and does some creative things with it. Maybe it's a little bit short, but nonetheless, it got massive praise, so I'm curious. Let's have a look. Mick, 41. Given the name, I was hoping for way more conveyor belt types than just Solarmans. I'm rather disappointed how little this leveraged its own name. At any rate, this is pretty much front with its concept, and the end result is, well, it's slightly different from the average Metal Man level. It's a lot of conveyors and typical enemies avoiding most factory-inspired enemies you'd actually see in his stage. But broken up with things like mercury blocks, for the most part, this isn't terrible. Props for the exclamation marks. warning preparing us for the falling blocks, and the platforming is overall solid. Granted, the difficulty curve isn't perfect, the ladder section is much easier than the mercury blocks, and if you screw up and die getting the 4th token, you basically have to redo half the level. Still, what's there isn't bad. Unfortunately, it's also not enough. While the level is well made, it also isn't memorable. Most of what is the concept, it's a conveyor belt factory with Susie's, Joe's and falling blocks. Not exactly what I call distinct. Chainsaw sticks out to me, if only because I like Mega Man's 5's unusual enemies. I guess that's on the Game Boy though. But for all of Chainsaw's potential, it only appears thrice and barely does anything. Heck, most of the enemies don't do much, even considering how typical they are. Even when they're totally absent, I don't really notice how they're gone. The short length of the level doesn't help things either, meaning the place ends before it can do enough of the items it uses. I can appreciate what's been done here, but it's both not long enough and not terribly interesting, so I ultimately didn't enjoy it. Shin, 35. I can't help but wonder if this stage went unfinished, since that's the general feeling I'm getting from it. For what little is here, though, I do at least see some form of potential in it. The platforming challenges, if they were given a better difficulty curve and fleshed out into a more decent length stage, could make for a rather fun level. I like the setups of the chainsaws in the first half, since they require some precision on the player's part, but not the point of being overly punishing either. It's just a shame that both them and the Sujis disappear completely for the second half of the stage, which instead focuses more on tight jumps across conveyors. That's not to say that this is a bad thing on its own, but considering just how short the stage is, the sheer discontent of the design between the two sections sticks out a lot more. There's not much else here that's really worth bringing up. Again, it all comes back to the fact that this stage is way too short. It ultimately makes it a really forgettable experience. One that could have been a lot better if given more space to combine and flesh out the enemy setups and platforming challenges found in both its segments. I actually really enjoyed this one as well though. 72. Master Thief of Factory Line Components. It's a short level, but I don't mind it. I like the interaction between the disc enemy and the conveyor belt, making this neat dynamic with the disc it leaves behind that you need to time it to jump over it. I like the gravity blocks too, where you can stand on them as they fall to jump up to gather the tokens hovering over the pits. This meanwhile also teaches you that you can use the same trick with the ice wall. Quite a clever subtle hint there. The only problem is that there's one part with several of these block dispensers in a row where you have to slide through at the right moment. This can set you back quite a bit if you mistime one of them, but the stage is short as it is, so it's forgivable. Somehow the Metal Man background works really well with the Solar Man tile set. Not sure if Uranus' stage theme really fits too well with the setting. The level ends with a box standard Metal Man fight, nothing else to comment about it. Really, it's a decent way to wrap up the non-existent saga of Metal Man's crimes. Alright Flashman, what do you have to say with a whopping 84? This is by the book, good level. A handful of gimmicks and enemies introduced in a clear fashion, gradually combined in progressively more dangerous ways. 2 distinct segments and a boss fight, separated by well-timed checkpoints. Fair challenges that push players to demonstrate what they've learned so far. Thoroughly stable construction. Clean, polished graphics that add interest without distracting from the gameplay. I was kinda hoping for a sampler platter of different conveyor styles, but I think the level is better for staying focused. We've seen most of these object pairings before, and I've waded through enough Susie's blocking hallways to last a lifetime, but the level never feels derivative. I appreciate the varied architecture and effective use of spikes and sliding passages. I applaud the judicious and meaningful use of Joe's. The secret room is truly sneaky. I'd even encourage a bigger reward for finding it. Secret room, huh? I question the choice of mini-boss, and I would have liked more color contrast with the spikes, or a different style of spike altogether. Otherwise everything looks and feels perfect for the level. Metal Man and Solar Man's style sets work surprisingly well together. and the exclamation points are a creative warning sign for the falling canisters. Token placement is devious and fun, however I would have preferred keys where the tokens are, and tokens behind nearby locked doors, thus requiring the player to survive the token challenges. Drillman switches would have worked for this purpose too. My biggest lament is the generic Metalman fight. Falling canisters feel like an obvious twist that's missing. Also, the music doesn't quite feel right for the pace of the battle. I want a little bit more from this level, but I'm happy with what it offers. And Ace 53. It really feels like I've just played this before in a better version of it. Indeed, it's as if you took Mercury's stage, added more spikes, swapped out some of the interesting enemies for the overused and generic, and replaced the Crusher segment and Mercury himself with a mediocre mini-boss and boss. I'd say that Mercury and Metal Man were some of the less memorable stages of their respective games, so whilst the mashup is thematically appropriate, it's also thematically dull. The sheer number of spikes and pits are the only threat of the stage. Spikes that somewhat blend in if you aren't paying attention, could have used a different color palette, and frankly only the sheer generic layout prevents confusion from unmarked pits. I question the use of Susie's here. They don't complement the stage layout and just act as roadblocks to slow the player down, rather than a genuine threat. The Chainsawers and Sniper Joe end up as slow time wasters. Very little requires you to actually dodge or maneuver. The worst part is the stage repeats its challenges. You had 2 challenges in the entire second of the stage, and the rest feels like you just copy-pasted them. The first time you encounter the slide timing challenge does frustrate, since it offers little warning it's coming. But the others are just repeating what you did not 1 second previously. Aesthetically it looks pleasing enough. Using Metal Man's cog animation combined with the prettier of official Conveyors helps ensure the stage isn't lifeless and the tiling is all rather solid. The stage seems to get more and more broken and damaged the further you go in, a nice touch. I am a fan of the trickster tokens here. I don't mind having to rely on weapons for some of these. It offers just bits of spice and distraction in an otherwise fairly sub-average, obvious and standard level. In my opinion, the biggest aspect holding this stage back would probably be its length. The sliding through passages with the falling blocks is a creative idea, but that's basically the last challenge of the stage. The stage ends there. Where the boss is, it feels like it could probably be the mini-boss and then have another second half of the stage. What's here is good. The stage title does not lie. It said we're gonna have conveyors. We had plenty of conveyors. And as the judges mentioned, the saw enemy that leaves its saw behind is a creative and novel idea when combined with the conveyor belts. It's not a frustrating stage because it's a short one. I died a few times, but again, it's not a stage that's gonna make me mad. But I suppose if it did something even more creative and grander in the second half, it could have left a more memorable impression, because as it is, it's a good stage, but amongst so many, it simply probably won't cut. And it's not going to be one of the more memorable stages, but still, a decent job overall, so good job. And with that said, I'm going to take a quick refreshing pause here, and I'll be right back.